Hello world, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. Today we're in Rockingham. We're going to show you Rockingham, hopefully Penguin Island, Point Perrin, a few other things. But for now, let's roll the intro. And right in the middle of town, this is the Rockingham Visitors Centre. We're going to go in and plan our day, and as usual, code words info. And just next to the information centre is the War Memorial, which looks like a bit like the Parthenon or something in Greece. But yeah, all the plaques you can see on these columns are celebrating different wars or commemorating. I'm not sure if you celebrate war. And this is the Catalpa Memorial. Now, the wild geese, it's always been a symbol of a flight from oppression for the Irish. And a group of Fenians, which were the Irish rebels in those days, were sent over here as convicts, and a group of them escaped from Fremantle prison. They made their way down here to Rockingham by horse and cart, and there was a ship out in the bay here that had the British ensign flying, and they paddled out to that boat, got on board, and as the boat was leaving, the British ensign went down and the Irish flag went up, and these guys managed to escape. So this is a very, very important part for the Irish, and we'll make the code word Irish. Okay, so now we're at Bell Park on the foreshore. Look at this, isn't this gorgeous garden island over there? That's where our Navy's based in Perth. But just off here is one of the most well-known shore dives in WA. Oh, I didn't tell you, we're only about an hour at the most out of Perth to the south. Gilderton in the last video was to the north. They've sunk a whole lot of pleasure boats out here, and it's called the wreck dive. So you can just step straight off the shore in your scuba gear, and you can spend an hour or two just doing a circle around here, swimming amongst the boats, getting inside all the boats. It really is. I've done this dive a few times. It's worth coming down here if you just do it for that. Free.
Come dive with us in Rockingham.
And this is Cape Perrin, guys. Both sides are here, just amazing snorkeling. Over the other side over here, there's a beautiful little beach. Over here, this is Showwater Bay. If you look over there, in this lens, it probably looks like one island there, but the dark patch is Seal Island, and the lighter, bigger island at the back is Penguin Island. We'll be going there today. When I was a kid, we used to holiday here, and now this is pretty much a suburb of Perth, but when I was a kid, you know, lots of people just had beach shacks along here, so we'd come down here and stay. We had a deal with the guy that used to rent out the windsurfers, no, not windsurfers, sorry, surf cats, the little catamarans, and it was $15 an hour, but we'd pay him $15 a day, and as long as there was 2 sails on the beach, we could stay out all day. But if there was only 1 sail on the beach, we had to go in, because he might need that to rent out later. So we'd spend half our lives out on the islands. We used to catch octopus here, sell them to the local fish and chip shop for $2, which doesn't sound much these days, but when you're a 13, 14-year-old kid many years ago, that was a lot of money. And yeah, beautiful spot, and what an amazing day. We're lucky. What a gorgeous day. I'm going to put the drone up, show you properly. And now we're on Lake Richmond. As you can see, it's kind of in the middle of town. There's houses everywhere, but the oldest thrombolites in the world. And when I walked to the end of this walkway, I thought this was going to show us the thrombolites, but obviously they're out in the middle somewhere. But these are the oldest thrombolites in the world, they say. If you remember in the Mandurah video, I showed you the thrombolites there. They were right next to the walkway. But yeah, there's a walk all the way around here. There's little signs all the way along explaining what you're seeing and describing the bird life and everything. Well worth a look. And there's families walking everywhere. Look at these birds, just beautiful. And we just found out to see the thrombolites you have to come here in summer, because in winter the water level's far too high. But in summer they're near the surface, so you can see them quite easily. And we'll make the code word old. And it's nearly lunchtime, but we haven't eaten. I just run around all the time like Janet says, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. We're going into Rosie's Soapbox Cafe. I'm having bacon and eggs. It smells so good in here, I'm starving. And what a great breakfast it was, as late as it was. Great atmosphere, and we'll make the code word food. And this is the wildlife encounters. And just over here, I'll show you properly in a second, but that's Penguin Island. We're about to get the ferry across, show you over there. But I'll show you a bit better from the shore. That island there, that's Seal Island. When we were kids, we used to go there quite often. But these days, I don't think people are allowed on there. They do have cruises that you can get really close and you can look on the beach, because there's all seals along the beach there. This one's Penguin Island. We're about to get on this ferry in about 20 minutes. And that's going to take us over, but if you can see, I don't know if you can see it in this lens, but there's the really light coloured water there. I'm not encouraging anyone to do this. They've had a few people drown over the last few years doing it, but you can walk across. When we were kids, we used to walk across with our surfboards, and there's a patch there that's dark where you have to swim, so we just get on our surfboards and do. But again, I'm not encouraging you to do that, because yes, a few people have drowned lately. And now we're on Penguin Island. It's already different than when I was a kid, but nothing's ever the same. But we've got as long as we want here. The last ferry's in about 3 hours, but we've got a bit to see, so we're only going to stay for an hour. But let's go and have a look around. There used to be penguins everywhere when I was a kid, but let's see if it's the same. And this is the Discovery Centre here. When you get your ticket on the ferry, you pay for your ticket for these guys. Have a look inside.
Come to Penguin Island. It's really good. Muy bueno.
So we just found out, when I was young, there was thousands of birds here, 3,000 I think, of the penguins, but now because of climate change and mass tourism, there's only 200 or 300 left, so it's the chances of seeing them are a lot less than we were little. But when we were young, all these caves were full of them, and we'll go and have a look there now. But they're so stupid that if their eyes are hidden behind the ledge of a cave, if they can't see you, they think you can't see them, so they are pretty easy to spot if they're around. Well, the caves are all empty. It's like anything, I guess, when you go back that you spend a lot of time at your childhood, it's never quite the same. And during the 1930s depression, a Polish family in Perth rented out their house and they moved on to the island here. This was their only source of drinking water. And this is the back side of the island. That's Showwater Bay back over there where we caught the boat. This used to be some of my favourite surf ever, and when we came here it'd just be us. When the weather's right, the wind's right, there's waves all across here. And there's another lookout up here, but you can see all these pelicans, they're all nesting. They're all sitting on eggs, so that lookout's actually closed. And now we're on the highest point of the island. That's Cape Heron over there that we were at this morning. Rockingham's over there. Showwater Bay where we took the ferry from. And the ferry will be coming back to get us shortly. There he is over there. Well, that was too bad. We didn't see any penguins. I think because they look after them in the Discovery Centre, most of the penguins hang out in there now. So if you are going to come over, pay that extra few dollars to go into the Discovery Centre. But even if you don't, it's well worth coming over here. Beautiful, beautiful spot. That was well worth the price of the ticket, and we'll make the code word island. Just across the road from the War Memorial is the Rockingham Museum. Let's go in and have a look. That's too bad. That was really worth going in and seeing, guys. Make sure you do when you're here. But they've got a copyright in there. There's nothing's allowed to be filmed, which is fair enough. I'm holding it at this weird way. Look at this mosaic out the front. Really quite incredible, portraying Rockingham and the pioneers. And we'll make the code word museum. Well, as usual, that was another fun day out. Rockingham, you can actually, I didn't mention it before, but you can get a local train from Perth, goes all the way to Mandurah. This is about halfway, so you can get the train down here, spend the day, get the train home later on. What a great day out. If you don't know what the code words are for, I'll put a link up here explaining how you can win a Mavic Mini drone. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, hit the Mad Dog icon up there or the subscribe button down below. Give me a big thumbs up, share this video everywhere you can, and we'll see you in the next one.